Guys, all right? Yeah, nice. Hello, we all right? Yeah, yeah. So you sound really fucking underwhelmed. Wonderful. Someone just groaned before I'd even started. Oh, fucking hell. Lovely to be here. It is genuinely nice to be here. I've been doing gigs like all last week and whatnot, right? And I've been doing gigs quite a bit recently, and it's nice to do gigs, right? Because like you lot have come here for a laugh tonight, right? But like what you notice is doing this, everyone laughs for different reasons. I think it's fair to say we laugh at something because whatever we see or we hear next, we just don't expect. Like, would you agree? Yeah. See, right? I've been thinking about it for about last year, this thing, right? And the thing is, right, my mum finds me hilarious, but this is only because she never expected me. I'm a mistake. Is anyone else a mistake in here? I like how you straight away your hand up fucking went up, didn't it? Yeah. So you've obviously found out, yeah. How long ago was this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Why, was he involved? All right, okay, so you found out through your brother? All right. Right. Okay. Did anyone can translate that? Someone, please. Only a quickie bag and left. That's what happens when you shag your brother. All right. She's done it twice, she just said, everybody. I like how I've just asked to translate and now I'm translating. This is fucking brilliant. Cheers, thank you. I was going to say, how do you know my name? But I definitely said my name, didn't I? So, fucking hell, does anyone keep an eye on her? I found out I was conceived under the stairs, which I don't know how to feel about, if I'm honest. Only reason I'm on the planet is because my dad was looking for his shoes. I mean, even now he looks at me, he's like, I wish I never put them on. In the grand scheme of it, like, my mum reckons I'm that unexpected. Like, she reckons she gave the Virgin Mary a run for her money. Honestly, she's like, all I remember is just like a big, bright white light. I'm like, yeah, that was my dad opening the door. I shut out. But I'm fascinated with why people laugh, why people do what they do. Because as well as doing this, right, a few days a week, I work with kids who get kicked out of education. Right? So I work in a thing called a PRU. I don't know if people are aware of it, but it's a bit different to mainstream school, right? Because in mainstream school, you've probably got about 30 kids in a class, right? In a PRU, you've got 5, and you've got 3 members of staff. 2 of them have got a dart gun, just in case it kicks off, right? Which you'd be surprised does happen. You'd be like, Shay, you're a fucking knobhead. It's like... Oh. Like the one I work in Manchester, it's horrible. Like I'm pretty sure a few weeks before I got there, Ross Kemp was doing something on gangs. Like, I have one-to-ones with kids, right? Okay, so I had one-to-one with an 11-year-old boy called John, who was a Dutch immigrant, right? And his ambition in life was to own a vape shop. That's what he wanted to do. Think about that though, like if he's vaping, like this means he's already given up smoking. At 11 years old, the only thing I'd ever given up on was a level of Crash Bandicoot. I asked him why he was in the school, and he said, he looked at me with a straight face, and he just went, well, you know, I vaped a teacher. Yeah. I didn't fucking laugh, right? So I thought, hang on a minute, he's definitely not said the other thing, has he? Because, like, we wouldn't be sat here doing fractions, would we? John would be doing a fraction of time somewhere, but fucking not with me. Right? And that's an attainable dream. Vape shop. I mean, most kids want to be a football player, movie star, vape shop. That must have been the shortest conversation ever with a careers officer. I mean, John's gone swanning in. He's like, so John, what's it you fancy doing? Well, to be honest, no, I've been thinking about having a vape shop. Doable, mate. Very doable. Hey, Maya, if I'm honest, you know, we got 45 minutes after this session. Do you want to nip out for a vape or what? Like, you're meant to have training on how to restrain children before you go into these type of schools, right? I was working in one for a month before they sent me on the course. They must have looked at me and gone, you'll be fine, Harry. You'll be fine. I've gone swanning in with lip balm in my pocket like, hello! I'm here to help! And what's your favourite musical, you know? About the course, right? I got an email that was sent to me about this course, and it said time and a date, bring a packed lunch. That was it. I was like, we're talking about restraining children. A packed lunch, how's that going to cut it? You know what I mean? We're using it as bait, we're luring them in, like, what's going on? I mean, get the fatties, all right? I took no chances, right? I took my best bit of duct tape and a taser. I was like, I'm unprepared for this. First 10 minutes of us being in this hall, right, name badges on. Nobody knows each other, no one's saying anything. The guy running the course pipes up, he goes, what do you do if a child bites you? Silence in the room, right? He looks at me, he goes, Harry, what do you do if a child bites you? I was like, put them down. Wrong. What you meant to do is, apparently if a child does bite, you're meant to lean in to the bite, right? Okay, and apparently there'll be a natural bodily function where the eyes bulge. Right? Fucking hell, you all right? And that means that the jaw's relaxing and you can then take your arm away, okay? I've never been bitten in my life, but I reckon if I was, I don't think eye contact's going to be my first point of call in the situation. Like, what if you miss that as well? You know what I mean? You're just forcing your arm down a child's mouth, just going, fucking look at me, look at me, look at me! I reckon what's ever happened up to then, you're in the wrong. You know what I mean? The guy running it as well, he was talking about triggers that make people dead angry, set them off, right? And he was like, you know, it can be anything. And I was thinking about this, right? My dad has a trigger in life, and it's called happiness, right? Doesn't like it, okay? Doesn't like it. I remember being 12 years old, stood on a beach in the south of France, and him screaming at me because I said yes to having an ice cream. Like, am I the dickhead in that situation? You know what I mean? Because his words were, you've always got to say fucking yes, right? Honestly, it's had such an effect on me. I've not had a cornetto since 2007. It's ridiculous. The guy running the course said there was a boy he taught in one school, 8-year-old, who kept going off at different times and they couldn't figure out why it was, right? Couldn't figure it out. And they did process of elimination after month, and they eventually put it down to the fact there was a certain type of perfume that the teacher was wearing that was making him dead angry, right? Can you imagine teaching a boy that's got the scent of Hannibal Lecter? You know what I mean? Like, some days you wear Chanel, but not today. You know? Oh, what have you got in your lunchbox there, Timmy? Well, I've got an apple, an orange, and Mrs. Williams's liver. Fucking psycho. I wish they'd sent me on the course, right? Because I had the morning with John, and in the afternoon they put me in a thing called a red room. Now, like, a red room are for kids that have been excluded from the already excluded. So it's like a cage, if I'm honest. Right? Like, the work's brought to them, the food is brought to them. It's like solitary confinement. It's all slid through a door, right? And they just were like, you can go in there, Addy, you'll be fine, right? So I'm going to say you're me in this situation, right? I'm going to say you're the other TA, and I'm going to be Tatiana, all right? This is the first 30 seconds of meeting Tatiana. I am not fucking working with him, right? I do not like him. I am not fucking working with him. Oi, mate, your forehead is fucking massive, right? I realise it's pretty big, right? So I thought, I'll make a joke. I said, you know what? It makes up 90% of me. And she went, yeah. And the other 10%'s a cunt. Right. Where'd you go from there? Because you can't do maths. You know what I mean? Like, she's going to engage in that. Like, why the fuck has everything got to be inside the brackets? And I'm like, because it feels safer inside the brackets, you know? So we did art with them, thinking that would calm them down, right? So the kids started throwing pens out the window. So I went to go and shut the window. Funny enough, I quickly became the fucking window, right? So I'm like dodging all these pens left, right and centre. The teacher was like, Harry, I think it's best if you leave the room, right? I was a bit shook up. I had to go outside and have a vape with John to calm down, right? Yeah. He's there going, yeah, man, it's been a tough day, you know? Tough day, man. Yeah, but you're the best of us, man. But an hour after all this has happened, I've had to go into the office and I've had to go and ring Tatiana's mum. Right, so I punch in the number, pick up the phone. I said, hiya. I said, it's Harry calling from XYZ school. I said, I'm just ringing in regards to Tatiana. She went, oh yeah, you the one with the big forehead? I was like, fucking hell. Cheers, love. God's honest truth, though, I reckon I'm all right in them situations because like these kids are there from like really shit home lives. And I reckon I'm all right just because when I was a kid, like my dad was a psycho. like an absolute fruit, okay? Like he grew up on a council estate in Manchester, left home at 16, went in the army for 13 years, left the army, went in the police for 30 years. And I think any man that is that good at laying a patio and say he's never killed someone, I don't fucking trust. I don't, right? His motto in life is working hard and getting stuck in. And I know that because he put it in my birthday card when I was 7. Right? Like, we're talking about a guy that doesn't watch the bill for the simple fact he's like, no crime gets solved in an hour. You know what I mean? Like, he would teach me life lessons, drive me around really fucking rough council estates when I was 7 years old, right? And he'd just lean over the back seat and he'd be like, if you get involved in drugs, crime, this is where you fucking end up, right? I'll be sat there, face paint on, crying, like, please can we go to Jake's birthday party? And he'd just look at me and go, tigers don't cry. This tiger shit himself. So I had to deal with that, right? And I realised my dad was a psycho because my birthday's August 8th, so it always falls when we're on holiday, when I was a kid anyway. So about a week after the ice cream episode, it was my 13th birthday, same holiday, and I woke up and basically I needed a poo, right? So I was like, I'm 13 now, I don't need my mum's help, right? I can do this on my own. So I nipped myself off into the toilet, right? And I'd been bought a PSP for my birthday, right? And I was playing FIFA 2007, and I was having a great time on it. Fantastic. I don't know how long I was in there for, but it was great. And then I heard my dad's voice, right? And what I heard was definitely not, happy birthday, son. Hope you're having a good day. Because what I did here was, what the fuck are you doing in there, right? I froze. I had to check. I was like, I'm definitely not having an ice cream. You know what I mean? But I couldn't be like, I'm having a poo. I couldn't say, you know what I mean? So I just fucking stayed quiet, right? And then I heard him say, you're on that PSP, aren't you? And I don't know why he was angry, right? Because it was a fucking gift to me. You know what I mean? Like, I was 13. Maybe he would have been happy if I was in there having a tug. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like, keep working hard, son. Get stuck in. I'll give you a hand, but it seems the wrong thing to say. All right. But I wasn't, right? Because when you go camping with your parents, funny enough, there's no fucking eye candy. There's none. A woman in her 40s wearing a fleece and 3/4 lengths does fuck all for me. Oh, what are you thinking of, Harry? Oh, I'm thinking of a woman that has to walk to a shower block across damp grass. Oh! Fucking hell, citronella candles, go on. Oh, put that peg in the ground, you dirty bitch, go on. Oh! I wasn't. So I just stayed quiet, right? And then, eventually, like, my dad screamed that loud. I swear to God, 3 players on the screen went, what the fuck is that? Like, so the door and the wall of the caravan was sealed to start with, right? Like most doors and walls are, right? So it's like that. And with no word of warning, my dad just started pulling at the door, right? And it's fucking coming away from the wall. And I can see his face in the gap, and he's getting angrier and angrier. It was like a flip book of animations. It's like, ah! Ah! And I've got this little shit hanging out of me, right? And I'm pushing it with all my might, just like, you know, going, you save yourself, all right? You save yourself. I'll deal with this monster. And I can see me mum in the back, like, putting cake out, and I'm thinking, we're going to fucking celebrate my birthday after this. Are you mad? My dad's going to be like, blow the fucking candles out, Harry, stop crying. Right? And this shit just went straight back up in me. Right? Like, people say my dad scared the shit out of me. My dad scared the shit in me. That is fucking tap, mate. As well, right, I understand, like, relationships, there's a lot to contend with it, you know what I mean? Even in, like, in friendships and stuff like that. There was a time when I lived in shared living, right, and there was a nurse that I lived with. She was a fucking nightmare. Like, just, yeah, no wonder the NHS is on its ass because of this fucking woman, right? Oh, right, she was a knobhead. Basically, she had a cocaine addiction and OCD, and that is a weird fucking blend. It is. Like, it took her 20 minutes to get her lines right. Like, she used to do cocaine with a guy, I kid you not, who had one arm missing. And I mean, like, not from the fucking shoulder missing, right? And that's at the start of the night. If you're doing coke with someone who's got one arm and that's the start of the night, where does that go? You know what I mean? You've peaked already. And I couldn't do coke with him because I'd get paranoid and, you know what I mean? I'd want to know where the arm went. You know what I mean? And I reckon I'd probably have too much coke and then think I've nicked it. But yeah, you guys have been great. I've been Stachini. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take it easy.